don't mind, I'm going to get to the news. President Trump is set to host a roundtable event later this week with law enforcement officials. Or maybe law enforcement officials are setting up an elaborate sting operation. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announced last week that the government would change COVID vaccine guidance. Your options are now Pfizer, Moderna, or a gallon of raw yak milk. And a new article in The Atlantic and AIDS said that they have seen President Trump with as many as 3 personal mobile devices, as opposed to President Biden, who just had the one phone. International calls were a real problem. I'm going to get on the horn. I'm going to get on the horn with China. During an Oval Office press conference on Friday with President Trump, Elon Musk said that his 5-year-old son gave him a black eye. It's the first time one of his kids has made contact. The Department of Florida Highway Safety recently announced they will make Margaritaville-themed specialty license plates. Look for them at a DUI checkpoint near you. The Los Angeles Police Department has launched an investigation after an officer accidentally fired a round from their personal rifle in a parking garage. Well, that's one way to remember where you parked. I thought it was G7. No, it's definitely the one with the bullet hole. Actress Sydney Sweeney has partnered with a men's personal care brand to offer a new soap made from her bathwater, because you want to be nice and clean when the FBI shows up to your apartment. New York City will be celebrating Pigeon Fest this month, as will KFC. Yeah, why not? It doesn't. When they do chicken, it doesn't look like the full bird. They still have the same parts as a chicken. The MTA has announced that later this year, riders on the G train will have 5G cell service, and this is cool. By 2027, people who ride the F train will have subway service. And finally, in honor of the upcoming National Donut Day, Krispy Kreme has launched a new 14 Days of Original Glazed commercial. In response, Novo Nordisk is launching 14 years of Ozempic. And that was a monologue, everybody. We got a great show for you tonight. They are the stars of the hit Netflix show Tires, which returns for its 2nd season on Thursday. Shane Gillis and Steve Gerben will be here. I'm so excited to talk to them about their very funny show. He is a talented actor and the star of the new Karate Kid Legends, which is in theaters now. Ben Wong is with us, everybody. And her fantastic new book, Endling, was published today, and it's great. Maria Reva is also joining us. Looking forward to talking to her about that. Check out Family Trips. We talked to Connie Britton this week. Absolutely a delight. Moving on, we here at Late Night don't always have enough time to cover all of the recent news. So here with a recap is one of our writers, Amber Ruffin, in a segment we call Amber Says What?
You guys, things have been crazy. Okay, first of all, I heard there's a new pope, and I was like, what? And people were like, he's American, and I was like, what? Turns out this new pope is from Chicago, and I was like, what? Is he black? And people were like, no, but he has black ancestry. And I was like, what? We'll take it. Then he was like, marriage is only between a man and a woman. And I was like, and because of that black ancestry, he knew exactly what I meant. Speaking of black, just kidding. Speaking of black, on TikTok, people are saying that white people with red hair are now officially black. And I was like, what? Now, they were just saying it for fun, but if you think about it, it makes sense, because Christina Hendricks, black. Reba McEntire, black. Daphne from Scooby-Doo, very black. She's super cute, perfectly dressed, and solves crimes because she knows she can't count on the police. So I was like, maybe they're right. People with red hair are black. This changes everything. That means putting on a red wig is blackface. And you know what that means? Little Orphan Annie, canceled. Lady Gaga, canceled. Ronald McDonald, canceled. Red is the new black. Then I read that the Trump administration is cutting PBS's funding. And I was like, what? No PBS? What's gonna happen to Sesame Street? But then I heard that Netflix is gonna pick it up, and I was like, what? Big Bird better start doing Full Frontal, because if they don't start doing numbers, they're gonna get canceled. Then I heard that there's a dance party for older women that ends at 10 p.m., and I was like, what? I am there. Apparently, it's for women who have things to do in the morning, and I'm like, that is me. Every morning, I have to get to work to make sure old man Seth eats his oatmeal.
I have literally never seen you before noon.
Eat your oatmeal. Then I saw that Olympic gymnast Mary Lou Retton got a DUI, and I was like, what? Mary Lou Retton is one of the best gymnasts of all time. When she got pulled over, I bet she blew a perfect 10. Then I was reading the news, and they were like, President Trump, blah, 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 and I was like, wait, Trump is still president? We have to be close to the end of his second term by now. But then I looked at the calendar, and it was like, it's only been 135 days. Y'all, at this rate, I'm gonna end up like Mary Lou Retton. Then I heard that Uber invented something called route share, where there are set pickups, drop-offs, and stops every 20 minutes. And I was like, what? Congratulations, you invented the bus. Then, Then I heard Bridgerton was renewed for 2 more seasons, and I was like, what? Ever shall we do, Lady Whistledown Thistlethorpe of Featherton Hollows? All of Montague Manor's I've never seen it. Sorry. Then I heard Florida banned fluoride in water, and I was like, what? About children's teeth? They're gonna all end up like me. Ain't none of these real. No fluoride means they're gonna need a good dentist. And that's why they should choose Dr. K at NYC Smile Spa. NYC Smile Spa. You should have seen my ass before.
Amber, you can't do a commercial for your dentist on this show.
Seth, I have to.
Why?
To make money. Do you know how much Beyonce tickets are? So then, I heard Pete Buttigieg has a beard, and I was like, what? This is the news we need to hear about. Then I saw him with it, and I was like, what? Peter! Little baby's all grown up. Look at that handsome beard. His kids aren't the only ones who are gonna be calling him daddy. Peter, did you grow this beard so that people would take you seriously, or so that people would take you seriously? He knows he's cute. Then I heard HBO changed its name again, and I was like, what? I swear that network changes its name more than Sean Combs. I mean Diddy. I mean Puffy. I mean Abuser. Allegedly. HBO Max, I'm gonna tell you the same thing Seth tells our interns at the start of the semester. Your name doesn't matter. And there's only 5 of them.
Amber!
Okay, so then what are their names?
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Now, look, no one cares what HBO is called. As long as they have quality programming like CNN's Have I Got News for You, coming back this fall for a 3rd season.
Stop doing commercials.
You know what? You're right. I feel bad about that. And the only thing that can make me feel better is a trip to the Cheesecake Factory. You want to go to the Cheesecake Factory? Ask Daddy. This has been Ever Since What?
Everybody, be right back with Shane Gillis and Steve